Thank you for joining today's edition of ASO Briefing. I am Richard Alechinoanyebe. Our top stories. President Tinubu assures rescue of Oyo kidnap victims, condemns killing of teacher. FCTA raises alarm over use of beggars as drug couriers in Abuja. PEBEC pushes digital integration among MDAs. You are watching ASO Briefing. Don't forget that you can watch us live on DSTV channel 392, StarTimes TV channel 127, and on Free TV, look us up on channel 507. On the UH band, you can find us on channel 38. Now we go ahead with details of all our stories. President Bola Tinubu has assured that all victims abducted during the attack on schools in Oyo State will be rescued, while condemning the reported killing of one of the kidnapped teachers. This was contained in a statement issued on Monday by Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga. Bandits had invaded the Isiele community in Orire local government area of Oyo State last Friday, abducting staff, students, and pupils of Community Grammar School, Baptist Nursery and Primary School, and LA Primary School. According to the statement, security operatives are working round the clock to rescue the victims and apprehend the bandits and their collaborators within the community. President Tinubu described the reported killing of one of the abducted teachers as barbaric and sympathized with Governor Seyi Makinde, the government and people of Oyo State over the incident. Similarly, Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has declared that his administration will not surrender to the terror following the abduction of students and teachers in the Orire local government area of the state. Governor Makinde, who spoke to journalists in Ibadan on Monday, maintained that the state would not bow to intimidation. He said the state government remained committed to exploring every lawful means to secure the release of the abducted students and teachers. The governor spoke after a high-level security review meeting with service commanders and security advisors over Friday's attack at Ahuru Isiele community in the Orire local government area. He described the situation as fluid and difficult, noting that security agencies were conducting coordinated operations to rescue the victims. The governor urged residents to support security efforts by providing timely and credible information. Now, the Federal Capital Territory Administration has raised fresh security concerns over the alleged use of beggars and destitute persons by criminal syndicates to transport illicit drugs and support criminal activities within Abuja. The revelation comes as the FCTA intensifies its ongoing operation sweep aimed at removing street beggars, scavengers, and other vulnerable persons from the nation's capital. Our correspondent, Usman Katun Umar, tells us more.
The Federal Capital Territory Administration says criminal elements are increasingly exploiting vulnerable persons, including beggars and the physically challenged, to aid illicit activities across Abuja. Secretary of the FCT Security Department's Command and Control Center, Dr. Peter Olumuji, disclosed these during the ongoing enforcement exercise tagged Operation Sweep. According to him, intelligence reports indicate that some criminal syndicates use street beggars as couriers for illicit drugs, especially during nighttime operations when they are less likely to attract suspicion.
Most of these people you see that we are removing from the streets of the FCT are considered as vulnerable people in the society. But the sad thing is that as vulnerable as they have become, they have also become a useful tool in the hands of the criminal element.
Dr. Olumuji says some of the vulnerable persons are also being used by criminal gangs as informants within the city. Dr. Olumuji further revealed that enforcement officials have, in some cases, faced resistance from suspects during operations, with some allegedly attacking operatives using walking canes and other mobility aids. Head of Enforcement at the FCTA Social Development Secretariat, Mrs. Ukachi Adebayo, disclosed that 54 persons made up of 45 adults and 9 children were evacuated during Monday's operation.
Our mandate is just to make sure that the street is sanitized. And with them around, there's no way. They cause a lot of nuisance, and even the public, they usually come to complain to us in the offices. And it's not what we can just sit down and just be looking at and overlook it.
The FCT administration says those evacuated are being profiled and taken to the rehabilitation centers for welfare assistance and vocational training. Part of the component of Operation Sweep, which has just been relaunched, is to rid the Federal Capital Territory of destitutes and street beggars. And this morning's exercise has taken us to parts of the nation's capital, particularly the Maitama axis, and it has just rounded up here in AYA. Of course, there are a lot of people who have asked questions about the modus operandi of clearing these people. But it is important to note that the Federal Capital Territory has a ban against street begging within the nation's capital. This operation, as we have been told, will continue. From AYA, Abuja, Usman Khatun Umar for ASO Television News.
Senator Philip Tanimu Aduda has emerged as the flag bearer of the APC for the FCT senatorial seat ahead of the 2027 general elections. Senator Aduda's emergence followed his adoption by members of the party as the only aspirant who contested the party's primary election. Our correspondent, Abdullah Mukhtar, tells us more.
Declaring the result of the primary election, the chairman of the Electoral Committee and returning officer for the FCT senatorial primary election, Dr. Gogan Banks, said Senator Philip Tanimu Aduda was returned unopposed following the withdrawal of the only other cleared aspirant, Dr. Amina Ibrahim Zanna. He explained that the decision was affirmed by party members drawn from the 62 wards and 6 area councils of the Federal Capital Territory.
Having been elected through affirmation, I hereby declare Senator Philip Tanimu Aduda the candidate for 2027 senatorial election for Abuja senatorial district under the platform of All Progressive Congress, APC.
Speaking after his declaration, the APC senatorial candidate for the FCT, Senator Philip Tanimu Aduda, said he was overwhelmed by the development and assured party members that he will not betray the confidence reposed in him. He expressed optimism that the APC will win all National Assembly elections in the FCT and also deliver President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the 2027 general elections.
So we'll all put our hands on deck to ensure success for the APC and the FCT and to deliver the president and our own dear president, Bola Ahmed, as what federal.
Dr. Amina Ibrahim Zanna also spoke on the reason behind her withdrawal from the race, while the FCT APC chairman Alhaji Tanko Yamao commended party members for ensuring the successful conduct of the senatorial primary election, which marked the end of the APC primaries in the FCT.
And our consensus candidate, Senator Philip Aduda, to step down for him, since we are family, in the interest of the party. There's no regret, no going back, and I'm ready to work with him to ensure that our party succeeds in the general election.
Tell them to retrieve all the register. You are bringing back 10 register from each of the area council and Abuja Municipal. You are bringing back 12 registers to the committee. So we thank you very much.
There were goodwill messages from the representative of the national chairman of the APC and Mr. Christopher Zaka Mekalangu, chairman of Abuja Municipal Area Council, who spoke on behalf of council chairman. Also speaking at the Coalition Center were the APC flag bearers for Abuja South and Abuja North federal constituencies, Mr. Dalladi Chia and Mr. John Gabaya, Kuje Area Council Chairman Alhaji Abdullahi Suleiman Sabo, Chairman-elect of Kwali, Gwagwalada and Buari Area Councils, alongside other party stakeholders. Abdullahi Mukhtar, ASO Television News.
The chairman of Abaji Area Council, Alhaji Abubakar Umar Abdullahi, has expressed profound appreciation to residents of the Federal Capital Territory and supporters across the country for their unwavering support throughout his senatorial ambition. In a heartfelt message addressed to the people of Abaji, Kwali, Gwagwalada, Kuje, Buari, and Amak, Alhaji Abubakar Abdullahi described the support, prayers, and loyalty shown to him as rare and priceless. The Abaji chairman noted that the encouragement he received from supporters gave him strength during difficult moments and reaffirmed the confidence reposed in him by those who called him to represent the FCT in the Red Chamber. He stated that he accepted the call to contest for the FCT senatorial seat with sincerity, humility, and a strong sense of responsibility to serve the people. Reflecting on the outcome of the political process, Alhaji Abubakar Umar Abdullahi said, "Why people made plan and hope for success, ultimate decision rests with Almighty Allah, whose wisdom," he said, "remains supreme." The council chairman, however, appealed to supporters not to allow disappointment or differences arising from the political process to create division among the people, urging them instead to remain united and committed to peace, love, and progress. He assured residents of the FCT that regardless of the outcome of the contest, he would continue to appreciate their support and prayers while praying Almighty Allah to bless and protect their families and communities. Sunday cartoon, Sheikh Hussaini and former Kaduna State Governor Ramalan Yero have emerged victorious in the All Progressives Congress APC senatorial primaries held ahead of the 2027 general elections in Kaduna State. Cartoon secured the APC ticket for Kaduna South after defeating former Senator Danjuma Tella Lea and Mikey Ayuba Auta in the primary election conducted across the district's 8 local government areas. Announcing the results at the collection center in Jama local government area on Monday, the returning officer, John Lea of the Federal University of Applied Sciences, Kachia, described the exercise as peaceful, transparent, and credible. According to the results, Khartoum polled 7,453 votes, while Lea secured 1,370 votes, and Auta received 878 votes. Lea said delegates from Agaroko, Sanga, Kaura, Zangukataf, Kaura, Jama, Jabba, and Kachia participated peacefully in the exercise. He also commended party officials, delegates, and security agencies for ensuring a smooth process. In Kaduna Central, former lawmakers Sani clinched victory after polling 9,105 votes to defeat Yusuf Zalaini, who secured 1,021 votes. Yerima Shetima, despite withdrawing from the race, garnered 1,253 votes. Sani represented Kaduna Central in the Senate between 2015 and 2019 before losing the APC ticket in 2018 to the current governor of Kaduna State, Uba Sani. Meanwhile, former Kaduna State Governor Ramalan Mukhtar Yero emerged as the winner of the APC primary for Kaduna North. Yero polled 6,060 votes to defeat Muazu Mukadas, who secured 1,044 votes, and Engineer Bala Ikara, who polled 362 votes. Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma has emerged as the All Progressives Congress APC candidate for the Imo West Senatorial District ahead of the 2027 general elections. Uzodinma secured the party's ticket in the APC senatorial primary held on Monday at the Olu local government secretariat, defeating former Imo State Governor Rocha Sokorocha by a wide margin. Announcing the result, Rear Admiral William Kayode, chairman of the Imo State Primary Election Committee, said Uzodinma polled 230,464 votes, while Okorocha garnered 1,098 votes. Uzodinma previously represented Imo West Senatorial District in the Senate from 2011 to 2019 before he was elected governor of Imo State in 2020. His victory in the primary signals his intention to return to the National Assembly after completing his second and final term as governor. Uzodinma's tenure as governor is expected to end in January 2028. The Imo West Senatorial District, also known as Olu Zone, is one of the 3 senatorial districts in Imo State and remains one of the most politically influential zones in the state. Now, when ASU Briefing returns, we have more stories for you. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Stand up slowly.
Wura Adeleke abducted my friend Tunini.
Rest in peace, Tunini.
Man from skin.
I will break this thing for you. Talk now. Tunini is dead.
The patient is having intraoperative seizure.
Eba mi wa ọmọ mi. Mi ò lè dá ṣe.
I'm sorry, but she's gone.
To Kọ́yìnsọ́lá Adeleke, the new CEO, Frontline Gold Line.
The Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ FCT Council, has intensified its campaign for healthy living and mental wellness among media professionals. The chairman of the council, Comrade Grace Ike, speaking in an interview with Newspen during a health walk as part of activities to mark the 2026 Press Week, advised journalists to prioritize their mental well-being amid rising workplace pressure and emotional stress. Oluchi Jacinta Okore has more.
The FCT NUJ chairman, who spoke on the theme Mental Health and Stress Management in High-Pressure Work Environment, said the health walk is not only aimed at promoting physical fitness, but also serves as an avenue for journalists to reconnect, encourage one another, and foster a culture of wellness within the profession. She noted that unmanaged and prolonged stress could result in burnout, anxiety, depression, and other serious health challenges.
Stress for mental health is all we are asking, and we must make mental health a habit. Healthy journalists, strong democracy, report with care and care for your mind. From pressure to purpose and together for mental health and work. So that's the essence of this. We are all strong and we want to prove to the media community and the nation's capital, and we're walking through the street to tell people that as journalists we are fit to make sure that we have a credible, well-balanced, free writing in the course of our duties, and it boils down to ethical journalism. So we must be healthy and fit to stay alive for that story that must.
Speaking on the benefits of regular health checks, chairman of the planning committee for the FCT NUJ Press Week, Obas Esiedesa, and former NAWAJ president Evelyn Onyilo urged journalists to embrace routine medical follow-up and regular checkups to maintain good health.
We checked on Saturday to make sure we are healthy. Now we want to prove that we are indeed healthy, and by coming out to engage in this exercise, we are also drawing attention to the mental health challenge of Nigerians, especially for professionals who work under serious and extreme pressure. We are hoping that today, given the work we do, we will have been able to draw sufficient attention to mental health issue in our country.
So take care of your health. Make use, avail yourself of opportunities like the one given on Saturday to ensure that you check your blood pressure, your sugar level, and as we age, you cut down on some excesses. This is your own individual way of trying to survive the hard times. And so it's a good thing, but we shouldn't stop it after the outreach on Saturday. Take time, journalists should take time on their own to follow up in hospitals, clinics.
The health walk formed part of the Saturday health outreach organized by the leadership of the council to commemorate the 2026 FCT Press Week, with other activities including lectures and award presentations lined up for the rest of the week. Oluchi Jacinta Okore, ASO Television News.
The Social Democratic Party, SDP, has declared that former national chairman Alhaji Shehu Musa Gaban is no longer a member of the party, insisting that his suspension and expulsion were validly ratified by the party's National Executive Committee and Convention in line with the party constitution and the Electoral Act. Here is a report.
National chairman of the party, Professor Sadiq Gombe, stated this while speaking with newsmen after a closed-door meeting with the national chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Joash Amopiton, in Abuja. Professor Gombe stressed that the NEC meeting was formally communicated to INEC, monitored by officials of the commission, and backed by certified true copies of the proceedings already in the possession of the electoral body. The SDP further faulted what it described as attempts to use the INEC portal to determine party leadership, insisting that the Electoral Commission has no constitutional authority to impose or recognize leaders outside decisions validly taken by the party's recognized organs.
Say that it is a very fruitful meeting and we are satisfied with what we did at any given time, and we are so surprised that the INEC chairman is telling the party that most of our correspondence from the suspension expulsion of 24th June 2025 up to the other issues that happens with the expulsion of Gaban and so on, INEC chairman is saying that we did not communicate to him, to our surprise and dismay, because all those things, he did not see them. But we have copies, duly acknowledged copies from INEC, which the National Secretary from his report attached all the copies to INEC for him to see them now, so we are waiting to hear from them. But by the way, that as it may, with that or without that, we are not averse to anything, because the SDP is an institution which is responsible to control and manage its internal affairs. It is exclusive preserve.
The SDP used the occasion to showcase what it described as its commitment to due process, noting that it had already conducted its national convention and presidential primary ahead of the 2027 elections in compliance with the Electoral Act and the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
9th, which supersede everything. Since we have our neck on 9 and Gabang is not a member of SDP, how will he, even if he is part of that judgment, to gain anything from the judgment that you are not part of it? So that is what we are saying. So not that we are not familiar with what is it. We have a copy, certified true copy, and as well INEC have a certified true copy. And by the way, that is why I said, even if the judgment say remove Sadi, if at all it said that, when it did not.
Reaffirming its commitments to credible democratic processes, the national chairman urged INEC to remain neutral, transparent, and faithful to constitutional provisions ahead of the 2027 general elections.
The Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council, PEBEC, has called for stronger digital integration among ministries, departments, and agencies to improve governance, efficiency, and ease of doing business in Nigeria. The Director General of BEPEC, Princess Zara Audu, made the call during the retreat for heads of MDAs and MDA reform champions in Abuja on Monday. The theme for the retreat, from collaboration to integration, digitizing government services through shared systems and data. Audu said the council was promoting interconnectivity among agencies to reduce duplication, improve efficiency, and ensure seamless service delivery for citizens and businesses. According to her, the agency had grouped MDAs into clusters based on operational interdependence to ensure policies and reforms align with government objectives. Earlier, the Deputy Chief of Staff to the President, Senator Ibrahim Hadeja, said Nigeria could no longer afford fragmented institutional processes and outdated service delivery systems that weaken productivity and reduce investor confidence. And that story brings us to the end of the bulletin for today. Many thanks for watching. I am Richard Alechinwanyebe.